Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Haja, and in today's tutorial I want to teach you how to do your makeup when you're going to the beach. When going to the beach, most of the time we want to go for a dip or take a sun bath, and at the same time we want to look fresh and beautifully sun-kissed. So how do we apply our makeup to not only look fresh but also protect our skin from sun damage? Plus, what products do you need to carry in your next beach vacations makeup bag? All of that coming next, so let's get started. First of all, we prepare our skin like we always do with our moisturizer of choice. For the summer, I love to wear the Anti-Rougeurs Emulsion by Avène. It also contains a sun protection factor of 30. This cream feels very lightweight and absorbs quickly, which is a nice feeling in summer. Furthermore, when you plan to get a tan, then make sure not to have scrubbed your skin for at least 1 to 2 weeks before. Because when it comes to mechanical facial treatments like microdermabrasion or microneedling, you better should not think of getting a tan since the skin is very thin and transparent after the treatments. Hence, the skin is more sensitive to UV rays, which will result in a bad sunburn. So make sure to plan time between both occasions, like 2 to 3 weeks at least. Then we apply our eye cream called Soothing Eye Contour Cream by Avène under the eyes in dabbing motions. The under eye skin is the thinnest skin, hence it needs enough hydration and protection as well. Also, please do not forget your lips because they consist of skin as well. So use a lip balm with an SPF. I'm using the Labello Sun Protect with an SPF of 30 all over my lips. Next, I use a sunscreen cream on my face by Nivea Sun called Mattifying Sunscreen Protection with an SPF of 50. Simply because the SPF in the moisturizer is not enough to lay under the sun and get a tan, since it is applied very thinly in comparison to the sunscreen. Now, here is the thing about the SPF many do not quite understand. Does a higher SPF number mean a higher protection? When it comes to SPF 30, the SPF allows about 3% of UVB rays to hit the skin and the SPF 50 about 2%. Although it seems like a small difference between both at first, it is not, since the SPF 30 allows 50% more UV radiation onto the skin with its 1% difference. Furthermore, all the numbers stand for is basically how long it will take your skin to catch a sunburn. Let's say you wear a SPF of 30, it takes you 30 times longer to get a sunburn than if you were not wearing any. So if you normally get a sunburn after 30 minutes, then with an SPF of 30 applied as described in its instructions, then you would need 30 times longer to catch a sunburn. I know it's confusing, that is why I'm trying to repeat it and explain it more in detail so you understand it. Basically, multiply the time you get sunburn without SPF on to the SPF number 30 or 50. Let's make an example. Let's say you get a sunburn after 30 minutes without sunscreen on, and when you apply sunscreen with a SPF of 50, you would get a sunburn after 1,500 minutes, which in total makes 25 hours. Basically a whole day. This is of course not 100% guaranteed, depending on your skin's self-protection time, the amount you have applied and reapplied after going to the water or you have sweated. Our conclusion is do not fall for the higher SPF number, since it is more important to apply the right amount of product as well as reapply every time you take a dip in the ocean or you lay under the sun like 4 hours. This sunscreen feels indeed very lightweight, and as it describes on its package, it mattifies and does not leave a white cast on my face, which is optimal since I want to apply makeup in the next step. By the way, the sunscreen creams which do not leave a white cast on your face contain chemical UV filters instead of physical or mineral ones. Because the chemical sunscreen protections do not contain or do contain a very little amount titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which are known to be white in color. That is why chemical filters get absorbed by the screen quickly without leaving any residues or a white cast. I think a sunscreen with chemical filters is perfect for everyday use, but I have read that the physical UV ray filters protect better since you can see how thick and where you have applied the product. I would maybe use a physical sunscreen if I plan to tan myself crazily for hours under the sun. That is when I would recommend you to use sunscreens with physical filters. Other than that, if you plan to apply makeup, I wouldn't do that because the white cast makes it really hard for you to work with makeup on. Yeah, let's switch to the next step. On top, I have the option to apply a CC cream by Arborian called CC Water Gel, or just use a concealer or a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. By the way, you can also go for tinted sunscreen protections, but the issue to me would be because it is tinted, I do not want to apply a big amount of it on my face and on my neck and décolleté. That is why I would go and tint or cover my face separately. As mentioned previously, I'm going for this CC cream, which is also very lightweight and it tinted. When you massage the particles, the small particles into your face, they start to match your own skin shade. They make you a little bit more tanned, but I like it since I'm going to look tanned anyway. Now I use a lightweight concealer by Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 20. I apply a thin layer under my eyes as well on my lids to even out the discoloration on the lid. Then on top I set the concealer with the translucent powder by Laura Mercier. With the translucent powder I also dust off my T-zone for a matte finish on that area. The next steps are very simple. I use my Benefit Contourist palette and use a mix of the shades Hula, Caramel and Toasted combined together and go along my cheekbones, temples, cheeks and nose. For a sun-kissed look, I go on top of my cheeks, cheekbones and nose with the Cheek Heat Blush Tint by Maybelline. I dab the products with my fingers until it looks soft. I additionally apply a little amount of the blush on my eyelids for a light pop of color. You can also use this blush tint for your lips. In my opinion, highlighter really looks nice in summer because of the fact that the sun is shining all day. So I use a cream highlighter by Natasha Denona on my cheekbones by just dabbing a small amount of it on top of my cheekbones with my fingers. I skip the nose part since I have a shiny or oily nose, especially when exposed to the sun. The eyes are probably the most simple because I do not want heavy eye makeup for it to smudge under the heat. Plus, I'm wearing sunglasses, so I'm good to go with only mascara on. So first, I use a lash primer by L'Oreal Lash Paradise to lift and protect my lash hair. Then on top of it, after it has dried, I apply the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Waterproof Mascara in zigzag motions. As for the brows, I use the Gimme Brow Mascara by Benefit in the shade 3.5 and comb my brow hairs in their hair growth direction. This helps to fix my brow hairs as well as tint them slightly. Last but not least comes the tinted lip balm by Catrice in the shade Wild Hibiscus. I love it when my lips also feel lightweight, no glosses or lipsticks, just a nice light tint for a fresh look. As always, to lock that goodness in, we go for a setting spray. I recommend the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. You can also use the Dewy Finish version, but since I have combination skin, I like the matte one. Spray it all over your face in a distance of 15 centimeters. This is how you get ready for the beach day or your upcoming vacation at the beach. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and know how to pack your makeup bag for your vacation, as well as look and feel fabulous at the beach. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share the makeup passion with your loved ones for more helpful content in the future. Thank you and see you every Sunday.